I saw this recently, and somebody posted a screenshot on X/Twitter of this kind of trending topic of discussion of male hobbies, and specifically the least least attractive male hobbies, obviously according to women. So on this little news article, not news article, news they were talking about this, and according to this, the top five least. I use whenever this when we're talking about the top five something that's the worst. I like to say the bottom five, but the top five least attractive male hobbies according to women are one. And let's see how many. Come on, hold y'all fingers up. How many y'all can are under y'all belts? Playing video games, collecting figurines. Do I have any figurines? I don't think so. Crypto. Having crypto as a hobby is a bit
Yeah,
strange,
that's
but
kind of crazy,
but
bro.
who here got cryptocurrency? Come on, put them fingers up.
Mm.
Damn, not even a bit. We
I
need
think
West.
no. If Wes was
West is
here,
here. West got
he
a.
had one bit. I think he might have sold it, but he had one
He has
Bitcoin.
a.
But he
He
doesn't
has
even
some
count
Bitcoin.
though. Yeah, he had one. Like he bought it back when it was cheap and just held it for value. But
Online
that's not what this is talking about.
online trolling. If
I
any
don't
of
know
you
That's
was
a
what
familiar,
crazy
what does
one.
that's
that
a
That's
mean.
a,
wild hobby.
Is it just like
And
if you have a Twitter account?
I
nah.
think
It's like it's got to be people that go in the comments and just like say wild stuff to get people upset.
basically some
That's
of the
not
people.
a hobby, bro.
Basically, some of the people that even
The
be in our
fact that it's
comments.
here, maybe it is a hobby. Like,
And last but not
That's
least,
crazy.
I guess you can now put your finger up. Yes, gambling. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if
so,
I'd say it's a hobby necessarily, but yeah, I'd classify that
and
close enough.
honestly, the only thing, and I think a lot of people's mind of like hobby, like something you do consistently, really only feels like video games. Like I guess collecting that is kind of a hobby, but once you collect the things, you just kind of have them around. Maybe you clean them, but you don't honestly,
I
there
feel
aren't
like
any
they're
hobbies there.
talking about a very specific type of figurine, to be honest.
Fair enough. Anyway, so yeah, this has been going around. It's been obviously causing all type of conversation and debates because why? Just because I'm hopping on 2K or Street Fighter or Smash or what's that game y'all been playing?
Risk of Rain.
risk of rain.
I was gonna say Fighting Field or something nonsense or Sparking Zero. Salute to Sparking Zero. That's unattractive to women. Um, so yeah, it's been causing a lot of debate. So when I saw this, and I don't honestly think too much of it. But I wanted to know like some of the more concrete data of it because this is just a screenshot. And we could stay here in a while, but to be honest, I want to go to the other link I pulled. 'Cause I was trying to find where this data came from. Like, is it some like what were the range of the women? Like, and obviously it's probably relatively younger women, maybe even older women have these type of mentalities. But the TLDR is even though this, I think this is safe to say this is relatively credible, and it has to be if it's on the news. You would think. I couldn't necessarily find verbatim like this list, but I did find something that's akin to it. Like, and I'm pretty sure what is still directly or slash indirectly led to this screenshot. Pull up the next link, and
Real
then
quick, I just want to say that everything on the screen right now is hilarious. Like,
Yeah, like that
yeah,
image, I was gonna say that.
what do you
Bro,
mean?
let's do with the giant Oculus on his head.
This guy's playing
And this
VR.
guy's comment too is like hilarious. Few good thing I just played Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that's
Oh yeah,
great.
I
so
didn't even notice that.
so the team APS. That's why I came across my timeline. So to all
So
the
good.
people that enjoy good TCG.
I can't get over this picture, bro. It's so
So the most and least attractive was kind of buggy. Really attractive male hobbies according to women. So scroll down. Keep going. Keep going. Let's get past all the
ads are
literally
crazy, bro.
exactly brain rotting ads. So here we go. This is the most concise thing I could find for a recent gauge on attractive hobbies that men can have according to them. And again, some of it falls in line with what's on the other one, but it's a bit different. So, according to this, Uh, the least attractive hobbies to women are comic book. I'm assuming collecting or maybe reading, cosplaying. If you're a guy that cosplays, women don't like that. Debating, holy shite.
That doesn't even that. I think that's just women don't like
uh,
arguments. Or
I I think we just lost our some attractive points when it comes to women. Drinking, uh, that's a wild hobby to have, but some people do engage in drinking quite frequently.
that's understandable.
MTG, for those who are not familiar with it, that's Magic the Gathering, and I think that's just I
Oh,
think that just kind of
okay.
falls in the pool of card games because I'm sure women
Yeah,
aren't unattracted to MTG, but they're attracted to Pokemon, the TCG. I think all TCGs are probably going to be in that category. Anime, damn, that hurts my entire heart. There's a lot of female anime watchers out there too. It's a crazy part. Makeup.
Damn, that is
was
crazy.
this survey done in?
Makeup?
Never mind.
That's weird. That,
The
that's
Yo,
fact that
who did
makeup
this
and
survey?
cosplay are so high, I feel like this is a very
that's when it
targeted
that's when it
demographic.
gets confusing. Crypto again. So the data shows
Damn.
that
Okay.
the data shows that women don't like when guys are into crypto. Cigars. I guess that's kind of akin to drinking.
Drinking. Yeah, I think.
It's a very
Clubbing.
specific.
Uh,
Clubbing.
which that's an ironic one because that's where you'll probably meet a lot of women. Marijuana, so women don't like when you smoke too much butt hash. Funko. Now this is the only one I'm not so sure about. Do they mean Funko Pops?
Yeah,
I think so.
I've heard of Funko Pops, but maybe they just mean collecting.
I mean, I get it. Funko Pops are weird as hell to me. I do
What's wrong
not
with Funko
understand why
Pops?
they're so.
It's just the little figurines you always see when you go into the F5 store.
I hate that they're so uniform. Like it's okay. We're not gonna go into Funko Pops right now.
Hey, maybe you can relate. would you would you think a woman's less attractive if they had a wallet full of Funko Pops? What are you saying?
It's
I would
possible, but
say
let's continue.
arguing online. So if you're always in people,
It's a
if, like kind of
troll.
what we were saying, if you're
Yeah.
always trolling or going back and forth online, we don't like that. Pornography. That I'm surprised that's not further
Yeah,
up there.
I'm
Yeah,
really
I'm surprised it's
that's
so
higher.
small. Yeah.
If for all ladies out there, if you're interacting with a guy and he's consuming pornography at a rate in which it's classified as a hobby, that's a big problem. Let me tell you that right there. Like the other one said before, gambling, it's kind of lower, but it's still top 15. And the last but not least, this is again kind of a confusing one because it's more of a noun than a thing you do, but a manosphere. So I guess interacting with male-dominated spaces.
I have never heard of this in my life.
You never heard of the manosphere?
No, I have no clue
Wow,
what this is.
that's crazy.
I guess
That's
A diverse
crazy.
collection of websites, blogs, and online forums promoting masculinity, misogyny, and opposition. Okay, so 4chan. Got
I
it.
mean, I never heard of the manosphere. No, I'm just joking.
you know what I will say. This has nothing to do with anything. I like the fact that you looked at something you didn't know what it was. And you immediately looked it up. A lot of people will not look things up, and I think we should do that more. But anyway, that's neither there nor there. So, um, interestingly enough, video games are on this one, but I think it's arguably safe to say. I feel as if you pull up another one, and there's probably many the data references that go into like what people consider attractive hobbies and least attractive hobbies. I think video games, or they must have just missed it on this one, or it's combined with another one because
Yeah,
I think
comic books
historic.
being one is kind of interesting
I
to
think
me.
historic. I
I'm gonna
think
give
historic.
a quick. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to Pop the Balloon because I could have guessed a lot of these.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh,
God.
shush,
You give it a
man!
fucking shout out.
Jesus Christ! Being a
The
admitted
biggest
pop
pop
the
the
balloon watcher
balloon
is
defender of all
crazy.
time, bro. Like,
Anyway, um, anyway, so yeah, I was gonna add. So
actually,
video games historically have always been looked at as like a unattractive trait, unless you're doing it at a highly competitive level, and even then,
I
like
feel
people.
like that might make it more unattractive, to be honest. Like, what do you do for work? Oh, I'm a competitive gamer in
Well, if
League of
not if you
Legends. Like,
say it, if they see you like winning money from it, like winning awards from it, then
yeah,
yeah.
I guess if you're big enough, yeah, it's a little different. But
Like
if
if you're
you're a
Daigo,
competitive Smash player and you're low,
then you want
yeah,
to
I
say
don't
you're a
know, bro.
professional player. If you're just a streamer that streams in front of how many people whoever's watching us right now don't go online. Don't go online and say you're a professional gamer. But anyway, maybe this is just some in case you didn't know, in case you missed it. But I don't know. Looking at the data, does this could y'all ever imagine being more discreet or even not engaging in something a hobby that you enjoy if you found out that the women overwhelmingly found it unattractive? And obviously, we're being relatively facetious, but what do you think about that, Ace?
Um, in my mind, I'm kind of going back and forth about it. Like video games being the most prevalent for me. Um, on the one hand, I could kind of see myself wanting to downplay how much I'm into video games overall, but at the same time, I don't think like if it's not something that I would be willing to give up because it's it's a problem for me, like it takes away too much of my time, then I wouldn't want to deceive this person and make them think I'm not into video games or whatever. If I am, like, if I'm going to still be playing video games, if I don't see myself stopping, then it doesn't really make sense to downplay it and then have to say,
By
later
the way,
they see me. Yeah, exactly. It's like
wait till you
might as
get
well just go
married
on.
and drop it on her.
Right, right. Yeah, it's like, come on, it's a recipe for disaster. So,
You know where I can
um,
imagine? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, 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 that was shit.
You know where I can imagine a relatively common scenario. So imagine you're like on an outing, or maybe you're just with your with a group of friends, and like you're talking with a person. You haven't really talked about what you do for your interests, but before you even start talking about what you do, like this, like what I can't stand. I just cannot stand a guy that plays video games. I was one time I was with this guy and all he did was play video games 24/7. What would you say? Would you be like?
Yeah, I would be like, yeah, I don't play 24/7,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
do play.
I
Like,
yeah, I probably do the same thing. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
oh,
yeah. I mean, and obviously, I don't mean it's no, not like anyone's ashamed of, but full transparency, we are all like historic gamers. Like, we all put in thousands of hours into the respective games that we enjoy on here. Um, what about you,
Damn, you
Ghost?
putting that on all of us?
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't, but
Oh, you know what? No, never mind. You're
I'll speak
right.
for
You're
myself.
right.
I've definitely put in thousands of hours.
Yeah,
Obviously,
you're right.
not in
I
recent
forgot about hey,
in more
Halo.
recent
Yes. Yeah.
in more
Yeah.
recent times, I don't play as much games, but throughout my life, yeah, I've been a
Yeah.
gamer.
Yeah.
I've participated in tournaments and won money. But my
Wait,
point
you
being,
have?
yeah,
I didn't know
brawl
this.
back in the brawl
Wait,
days, I
what?
would brawl.
What? I didn't know this.
Yeah,
That's dope.
those
Damn, you were like that?
those are the good days. I was into it, man.
Mopping out locals? Oh
I
shit.
literally went from school to the video game shop, and we were in it.
Dang, I didn't know this.
The only
Dropping
thing
some
that
lore. That's
the only
dope.
thing the only thing that would suck is like as nice as I was, quote unquote, like I was nice like in the mix of like the people that are local
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
to that
Not
area.
like
So every
national,
once in a
but
while there would be some OG that comes to the store, and he's just better than like by like by miles. He's just way better. So it's that weird interaction with like we're all just like 13-year-old punks, and this guy's like a whole like old OG like playing games and beating us. Anyway, that aside, I had to get that out the way. What about you, Ghost? Now that you know the things that women largely find unattractive, if just knowing that would that make you be more discreet, maybe even just flat out hide your hobbies?
um, I would say probably not. Like for certain, it does depend on the hobby. Like for certain things, like that are my hobbies, like read and listen to music, stuff like that. That's that's something that's like, if you don't rock with that, then I don't know how much farther our relationship's gonna progress. As far as video games specifically go, because I very much understand why it would be a deal breaker for a lot of women. I feel like I don't think I would categorize myself as someone that plays video games every day enough for it to be like a consistent hobby. I used to, but there's like a very specific archetype I'm thinking of where like you're sitting on COD or 2K just yelling at people online for hours on hours, and
Mm-hmm.
I've been on both ends of that as the listener and the player. And
Jeez.
even when I'm playing, I'd be like, I gotta relax because I just get too wrapped up in it. And just sitting there listening to someone doing that for hours, I can 100% see why it would not be attractive. So I definitely wouldn't say like, oh, I never play games or something, or just like downplay it to the point where like, oh, I used to, but I never do it anymore because it's not true. But I would at least qualify like that. Yeah, I play games, but I fall under such and such umbrella in that like I'm not losing my mind every time I'm playing, and like I do it for fun, but it's
Yeah.
not an obsession. But yeah,
Yeah.
generally, I'm for my other hobbies. It's I would happily claim them without any reservations.
Yeah. That's honestly really realistically, that's how it should be. Like you should always be trying to just find somebody who maybe they don't have to be in love with your hobbies, but obviously they don't have a aversion to them. Again, some of these things on this list, the drinking, the clubbing, the pornography, that's is kind of red flaggish, but hey man.
I'm
But
actually I'm extremely surprised comic books is at the top. Like that's kind of
That's why I feel like
baffling
this.
to me.
I don't. What did they say? Where this survey was uh conducted? Like what demographic? I'm just
I
curious.
don't know if they got into the nitty gritty of the demographic, but they
It just
do.
doesn't even sound like a something
They
Like,
do
I
a
mean,
say
even if they
modern
said
woman would
manga, I think
say.
that would
Like,
be more.
if you scroll up to the top,
mm,
uh, there we go.
like a sort of-
800 participants. Okay.
So this first survey
I mean, I
by
guess they gave them they
Day
probably gave
Yeah, I
Psychology,
them
guess
the
which
that does
sampled
make
over
it a
800
little
participants, asked
different.
women to evaluate 74 male hobbies, while men were tasked with predicting what women might find attractive in or unattractive. So that's your
Mhm.
sample size. And speaking of that, this article or this data actually give you the cheat code. So say you're a guy out there, your main priority is to be attracted to women. Well, this is a cheat code. Scroll down because not only do they provide the least attractive hobbies, they provide the most
Oh, there you
attractive
go,
hobbies.
Ghost.
They
So,
seen
and
something like this, and yeah, this tracks
so
for
if
all
you're
the
a guy out
data.
there and you're looking for a new hobby, that's also going to get you some points with the women. The top 15 attractive hobbies to women are reading,
Oh,
foreign
Jesus.
languages.
you
I'm
know,
assuming,
you know the funny thing, and I
I'm
think you
assuming
were
that
gonna
just
say the same thing,
means
Ace.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that just means learning new languages.
this is
Oh wait,
crazy.
Playing instruments. Hey Ace, you play on a guitar sometime. Cooking. A lot of women will be impressed when you know how to cook. I'm not gonna cap. As long as you can cook something that's even mildly look impressive looking. Woodworking. Holy yo, where's Wes when you
yeah,
need
yeah,
him?
yeah,
You
that's the
see?
same thing. Yeah, yeah,
And you
he's
know,
married, so this
and
it tracks
what's
with the data.
crazy?
Like top, he's literally
He
all
covers the
top
top
five. Like
five.
that's
He literally covers. He reads the most. He literally, I don't want to say directly, but he met his wife through the pursuit of learning another language. He plays instruments the most. He can cook the most. He woodworks. This is literally
that's
Wes.
actually hilarious.
This is literally Wes, the person. Yo, Wes, if you're listening to this, this is you are attractive to, and obviously, so it's a wifey. You are attractive to a large majority of women. That's crazy. But it also on the list is painting, writing, gardening, swimming, photography, astronomy.
That's shocking.
Yeah, hiking,
That feels like a
archery,
cheat code one, to be honest. That's not shocking at all to me.
blacksmithing. What does the average woman know
Man,
what blacksmithing entails?
they
No
probably think
offense.
it is.
And traveling. I'm surprised traveling is not higher. Everybody loves talk.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to talk about traveling stories these days. Pardon me. But anyway, the moral of the story is if you are if you are in the category of any of these hobbies, um, make sure you leave with that. and salute to
98.2%.
and salute to West. Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. That's he just literally hits the top five. That's insane. Wow.
Who knows? Maybe he had this data like way back
He
and
was
tailored his hobbies
he
around
was
it.
definitely onto something.
That's
Um,
funny.
and I guess before rounding down, we don't have to get into it, but if you just have the other link readily available, there's actually a more extensive version of this data that actually provides the least and most attractive hobbies a woman can have to male. And
I want to look at that real, just like it doesn't have to be
okay,
the full
if you
thing,
guys have
but
interest, we can look at it real quick. Again,
a
it's not
quick
anything.
peek. I'm
This
curious.
some of it is again fall in line with what we just looked at. But I guess we can just look at it
Oh,
real
that's the
quick.
most attractive to women.
Top hobbies men think women would like. So this is what men thought women would like. A lot of it's the same. Traveling. See, let's see. I would think traveling is high
Yeah.
too. Um, keep going.
Yeah, it's pretty much all the same.
This week
These are
again. Let me see the least attractive hobbies. Top top hobbies men think women don't like, which largely tracks.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I would
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
think that. Yeah.
They're right on the nose.
Does it have? I went to this article earlier and I thought it
Yeah,
had
maybe
it
we
all.
just got to keep going because it looks like this is just classifying that.
Attractiveness of male athletic hobbies,
Attractive male artistic hobbies,
artistic hobbies.
unattractive male vice hobbies, cultural hobbies,
Jesus.
Yeah,
survival
okay, we get
hobbies,
it. The men, yeah. So,
attractive
Yeah.
marital hobbies.
Male
it's in
martial
martial
Oh,
arts.
arts.
Marshall. Sorry, consumer. Maybe I'm capping. I could have sworn. Miscellaneous. Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
guess
there's
this
a
is.
sex difference.
Yeah, I guess this was.
Building
Oh, that's
models.
just comparing the previous data.
I guess this was just
Uh,
based off what men male hobbies. I could have sworn. My apologies. Yeah, anyone hype, but yeah, the moral of the story is there's data for everything, and of course there's going to be data that
whoa.
showcases skateboarding.
Only
Uh,
a little more than 50%. That's not too bad.
perceived hobby attractiveness. Yeah, this is too deep. All right. Yeah, it doesn't have it.
Yeah, there's always gonna be. It's typically always gonna. It probably exists anymore somewhere. Just in this article. My apologies again. But there's always
Mhm.
gonna be data that for stuff like this. And if you are interested in knowing where your hobbies fall in line with attractiveness, well, here you go. But obviously the biggest moral story is your things that you genuinely enjoy. And again, unless it's one of those more deviant hobbies, it should always be based off your pleasure in life, and it shouldn't be dictated based off whether it would make you more attractive or less attractive. If you're an attractive male, um, you'll be attractive regardless of what your hobbies are. And this, especially in this modern day and age where you can find yourself in communities and get hip to people that have very similar interests. Like it's super easy to find people that are aligned with your hobby. So it's not that big of a deal, but it is good to just be relatively mindful of again, women aren't with that comic book shit in general.
Just one super quick thing just occurred to me. I wonder if the woman that answered this survey, if it's more so the hobbies themselves that women find attractive, or if they think an attractive person would do these hobbies.
I think it's mainly based off. I think it's mainly more so based off the perspective of if you just knew a guy for doing this thing, would you find him
Yeah,
attractive or would you find him attractive or less attractive? But
Yeah, they should. I hope they pose it that way. Like everything else is like physical appearance and all that is what you like, but he has this hobby.
yeah,
Is it attractive or not?
But the articles will be in the description below if you want to digest them further. If there's nothing else, we can move on to the next topic.